For those who weren't familiar with this channel I like to talk about movies or TV shows or anything else that might be very exciting to discuss for the upcoming future and what to expect very soon. So yeah, that's one of my few specialties for this channel. But there is just one thing that I rarely talk about, and that's video games. So yeah, the reason why is because of I don't really play a lot of video games that much, mainly because growing up I am more of a movie and a cartoon guy. So I don't really know a lot about Metroid. I don't know a lot about Legends of Zelda. I don't know a lot about God of War. I don't know a lot about Call of Duty. So yeah, I'm not really much of a video game person. But I did play some few video games back when I was young. And I have been playing some few other video games lately. So for today's special video, I'm going to be doing my top 10 favorite video game series. So, yeah, I really wanted to do this for a long time since I don't really talk about video games all that much, but I wanted to share you what some few video games that I did play or some few that are absolutely my favorites. So that's why I also decided to do this one. So yep. Also, of course, how I'm going to be counting this down is I'm going to count down the series that I enjoy playing and specify what's my favorite video game from each. There might be some few multiple video games that I like, but yeah, either way, I'm very excited to do this, so make sure you guys sit down, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright, time for number 10, which is kind of unspecified, but for number 10, it's the video games that are mostly based out of movies or cartoon shows. So yeah, for the video games that I played when I was young, it was mostly the games that were mostly based out of movies and cartoons, since that's what I'm mostly familiar with back in my childhood. And these were the games that got me familiarized with. So yeah, as most people would say it, they would mostly call it third party because they are obviously third party franchises like Pokemon. That's an original franchise from Nintendo or Game Freak, but it's these types of games that I mostly played when I was young. It's mostly Shrek or Ben 10, of course, because I loved watching Ben 10 as a favorite cartoon show, and I love Shrek as a favorite movie back when I was a kid, and they both still are, obviously. And I did play some few Disney games a little bit back in my childhood, and I especially played a lot of Disney games recently. But the Power Rangers games are one of my all-time favorites, especially with Battle for the Grid, because of one, I love Power Rangers so much, and two, this Battle for the Grid is one of my all-time favorite fighting games of all time, because it is one of the few games that my family plays a lot. And I really like how you can have their own Rangers, especially ones that are obviously fan favorites like RJ, Lauren, Lord Draken, of course, especially how he's a comic book exclusive. But either way, I really enjoy playing this fighting game a lot. So yeah, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid is my all-time favorite fighting game, as it is now my favorite video game that is based out of a TV show, obviously. But either way, that's my number 10th pick, mainly because of those are the types of games that I really enjoy the most. mainly Ben 10 or Shrek, of course, and sometimes Disney, but I really love Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, so that's why that's number 10 on this list. And you might be wondering, why is it on a piece of paper? Well, to tell you the truth, I actually do have the game, but it's downloaded in my Switch 2 console, so yeah, there are some few games that I will introduce that will be on a piece of paper, mainly because one, I downloaded them and I don't have the copy of the game, or I either gave it away to someone else. But yeah, just want to give you a little heads up on that. So yeah, anyways, time for number 9, and that's the Pac-Man series. And the game that I really like is the original arcade machine of Pac-Man. So yeah, I really enjoy the Pac-Man series, especially with the arcade machine version, because it is such a classic and very retro video game I enjoy playing, especially in the arcade or some other joints that include some few arcades, like movies or some few pizza joints. And yeah, when I was young and I see this, I've always liked to playing around with it. Well, not a lot, but it is one of the few games that I really do enjoy playing, because it's one of the few games that you have to think outside the box, because of you can strategize on what's your next move and what you could do next if you get hit by a ghost, of course. But either way, this is a really great arcade game series, and sadly, I don't really play this game a lot, and I haven't seen this arcade machine in a very long time throughout some few movie theaters or pizza joints. But either way, this is a very fun arcade machine that I really do enjoy a lot, so that's why I put it up on number 9. For number 8 is one of the few games that I've gotten recently over the years, but it is a very fun game series I do enjoy, and that's the Marvel games. And for my favorite Marvel game, it's probably Spider-Man PS4 edition, because of I really like the unique story for a Spider-Man game of how they brought up a veteran Spider-Man, you know, like the Spider-Man that has gotten some few experience after the bite. And the storyline, it's a really great one, how it can be both sad and gut-wrenching. But either way, the PS4 Spider-Man game is my all-time favorite one, because obviously Spider-Man is one of my favorite Marvel superheroes, and like I said, I've also gotten into some other Marvel games, like the Marvel Cosmic Invasion. That's a very fun game, and I am especially excited for the Marvel Tokusou fighting game, where it features Ms. Marvel. And I actually like Ms. Marvel, how she's a completely different interaction of Ms. Marvel. I meant like the Kamala Khan version of Ms. Marvel, but either way, I really do enjoy the Marvel games, especially the Spider-Man and PS4 game. Sadly, I don't have a PS5, so I can't really play Spider-Man 2 or the upcoming Wolverine game. But either way, this is a really great game, so that's why I decided to put this at number 8. But it is one of the fewer newer ones, since I'm really getting into Marvel lately, so yeah, that's why it's a little bit lower. Number 7 is the Lego game series. Now, these were actually one of the few video games that I actually played when I was young, because of I was slowly getting introduced to video games, and the Lego games were one of the first few games that I ever played, or at least some of the few that I played and remembered playing a lot. But yeah, either way, I really enjoy it because I enjoy puzzle games because they can be both challenging and tricky at the same time. But either way, the Lego game series has also brought me back such great nostalgia, especially with the Lego Star Wars games. That was major nostalgia because of it was one of the first few games that I ever played with my family and I beat together. So it is such a great nostalgic game series. Well, other game series because I did play the Lego Batman and maybe some few Lego Marvel back in the day, but the Lego Star Wars games, that always brings me back nostalgia, and that is why the Lego Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker Saga, that's one of my all-time favorite Lego games. And you might be wondering, why is it in a piece of paper? Mainly because of I did have a copy of this game, but ever since I beat it, I decided to give it away. But either way, it is a really fun game series, and it's a really unique style to the Lego games where you can actually get first-person view or have something unique, but it is a very nostalgic game because I really enjoyed it a lot, especially playing the Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga game. But either way, I really enjoyed the Lego Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Number 6, the Splatoon series. And my favorite game is Splatoon 3. Okay, so not too long ago, I was starting to grow interested in the Splatoon series after playing Inkling in the Super Smash Bros. Series. And I gotta say, it is a pretty fun game because of it is a very unique first-person shooting game that kids can play, but obviously it's also a great fan base for young adults. So yeah, Splatoon is a great game series, and it's especially a great game series with the unique storylines, and obviously they're great as well. One more thing I almost forgot. I also love the very catchy music they have for the game series. It's that the music is so super catchy and super exciting that it can get you all pumped up or very excited, especially with Calamari Incantation from the Squid Sisters, who are my favorite idols of the Splatoon series. But either way, and my favorite is Splatoon 3 with the great storyline and the unique story they put for Splatoon 3 rather than the first two, which are kind of familiar. But the third story, it was amazing. The villains, they were great. I especially love the super hard boss battles against D-Cut and Mr. Grizz. So it was definitely a fun video game to play. So that's why I decided to add this a little bit higher. And I can't wait to get Splatoon Raiders when it comes out next month, along with the potential reveal for Splatoon 4. Can't wait for that one. And hopefully someday we could get a Splatoon movie. That I will discuss in a future video real soon. Number 5 is a pretty fun game that I really loved playing, but very sad that the series has ended. But anyways, for number 5, it's the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games series. These games brought me back because of well, it is one of the fewer games that I really played a lot, but as a kid it was pretty difficult because well, the controls were pretty hard. But as I got older, it was pretty easy for me as I did a lot of practicing. But either way, these games brought me back because of this one thing, and not only that it showed me some of the Mario characters that I was familiar with because back in the day I played Mario Kart, but it also introduced me to the Sonic franchise. Like it introduced me not just with Sonic but with other characters I didn't know about, like Amy Rose, Knuckles, Dr. Eggman, Blaze the Cat, Silver the Hedgehog. It is one of the few games that not only showed me some more Mario characters, but also introduced me to the Sonic series, of course. So it is a pretty nostalgic game for me, as it brought me back so many memories and how I got introduced to the Sonic series, of course. But besides it is one of the great games where you can get up and move around with the Wii remote. So that is why my favorites out of all the other games from the Mario and Sonic series are the Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics or the Mario and Sonic at the London 2012. But either way, these games were really fun and I really had a great time playing them. I'm very sad that the series had discontinued. Would you like another game of this? If so, you can leave that down below in the comments. Number 4, the Crash Bandicoot series. Okay, so not too long ago, when I was introduced to Crash Bandicoot, I was like, what? Because of, it was all new to me, and it was one of those very few games that I was recently introduced back around in 2014. I believe I saw a short video of Crash Bandicoot with other video game characters like Mario and Sonic back in the day. But either way, Crash Bandicoot was like all new to me. But then over the time, I started to grow into it. And I gotta say, Crash Bandicoot is definitely one of the a great platform video games because I really love the characters that they put for the Crash Bandicoot series. I especially love the really unique storylines they put for each of the Crash Bandicoot series, along with the characters, especially with Crash being my all-time favorite, of course, and Dr. Neo Cortex. He's definitely a great video game villain. So, yep, and my favorite Crash Bandicoot game is obviously Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, because of it is such a really great game. I love the story. I love the graphics they put for the video game. I love the character designs, especially with Tana Bandicoot and Crash Bandicoot 4. It is such a wonderful game, and like I said before, I have this game digitally downloaded in my Nintendo Switch 2, so that's why it's on a piece of paper. So, yeah, just like how I said before with most of my the games I'm showing off that are on a piece of paper. But either way, Crash of Titans is alright. I haven't really played a lot of it for a long time, but either way, the Crash Bandicoot games is definitely an all-time favorite, but not really one of my all-time favorites, because I already got number 1 in my spot. But either way, Crash Bandicoot is a really great game series. Number 3 is the one video game series that will always be a part of my heart, dear and near, and that's the Skylanders series. So yeah, I love this video game series because it's a really cool concept of bringing toys to life in the video game, because especially as a collector, and I really like collecting action figures, so it is one of the very few video games for me because I really do like action figures. But I also like playing the game series as well, especially with my favorite Skylanders game of all time, Skylanders Trap Team, because of well, it is a game that you can play the captured villains, which is a really cool concept. Superchargers is cool that you can also get your own vehicles, but I think Trap Team is a lot awesome. Plus, the really cool thing about this game series is that when you collect your figures, you're basically building your own roster of playable characters to play in, which I think it's a really cool concept where you can build your own team of Skylanders to take on the playthrough for or any of the game series plays you play for the Skylanders game through. And this here is one of the few video games that inspired me a lot to be very imaginative, very creative with building original designs for any of my drawings I did, like give out some few extra details or create original characters for both any of the other series that I like or what would my cartoon ideas would be. And if it weren't for Skylanders, my imagination or my creative ideas of drawing original characters or drawing other characters in their unique design would have happened. But either way, I really enjoy the Skylanders series, so that is why I decided to add this up in my list in my top 3. And before I want to continue off, and just in case if you do ask, yes, I did heard about the new Spyro game that will be coming out in 2027 next year. However, my reaction was like, because of I'm not really much of a Spyro the Dragon fan. I'm more of a Skylanders fan per se, but I did hear the rumors that there might make a new Skylanders game and the new Spyro game might be connected to the Skylanders series. All depends when the game gets released, but just want to give you a little heads up on my thoughts on the new Spyro game. As for number 2, you probably got the idea of the game series that is on this list, but it is the Sonic series, of course. And my favorite game of all time from the Sonic series, probably Sonic Colors, but either way, ever since I was introduced to the Sonic series, it became one of my all-time favorite video game series, or I guess I would say franchise in general, because I love the characters, I love the uniqueness they put in for each of the Sonic characters. I love the unique stories they put in for the Sonic series. It's just, I really enjoyed the Sonic series so much. I really enjoy it. And if you see my few times that I did Sonic videos, like my top 10 favorite Sonic characters, that is one of the few reasons why I am a big Sonic fan. And of course, one of my subscribers is also a big Sonic fan, so Catherine, this one's for you. But either way, this is definitely one of the a great video game series so much that I had to put in it for number 2. And just like with like I said before, if it weren't for the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, I wouldn't have been introduced to the Sonic series. So yep, here is number 2. Before I head up to my number 1 pick, here is a quick recap of my top 10 favorite video game series. For number 10, it's the video games based out of the movies or TV shows. For number 9, the Pac-Man series. Number 8, Marvel. Number 7, Lego. Number 6, Splatoon. Number 5, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games series. Number 4, Crash Bandicoot series. Number 3, the Skylanders series. And number 2, the Sonic series. And now, it is time for my number 1 pick of my all-time favorite video game series of all time. And you probably got the idea of what it is, because it is the one video game topic I like to talk about a lot in this channel, because, well, it is one of my all-time favorite things, and it's the one thing I've always been enjoying playing for a very, very long time. And that's the Pokemon series, of course. You probably guessed it from the beginning of the video, but anyways, I absolutely love the Pokemon series. The Pokemon main series, to be precise. Not like the spin-offs or the other things, just the main Pokemon games in general, because they are super fun, super addicting, and they a really great game to play when you're feeling stressed or something. But either way, I really enjoy this series so much. And do I have a favorite game? It's hard for me to tell, but because I like most of the Pokemon games, especially with I believe Pokemon Omega Ruby, but out of all of them, it's probably Pokemon Sword, because it is a great game and I really enjoy the storyline of it, and it's one of the very few Pokemon games that I really played a lot. But overall, I really love the Pokemon series so much that it deserves to be at the spot at number 1, of course. Now, here's a story to my my journey of Pokemon, or how I got into it. So, around the time when I was young, I wasn't really much into Pokemon these days, because one, I wasn't really mostly into video games, of course, and yeah, and I mostly watched movies. But over the times when I started around during the end of my elementary school and then off to middle school, I really gotten into Pokemon, and ever since then, this series had really brought me out. It inspired me to be creative, especially for my Pokemon teams, of course, and anything else in general. It also inspired me to make original characters, not just for Pokemon, but for some other series that I like that would be a total fit for the series. Mostly Pokemon, or other games like Skylanders or Marvel, of course. But either way, this game, the game series of Pokemon, really changed me a lot, and I really appreciate that. So that is why I also put number 1 Pokemon up in number 1, because it is the game series that changed me a lot. Because, well, start off, I didn't really like Pokemon, or wasn't really too interested in it, but when I grew up around middle school and when I started playing the Pokemon games, it really changed me a lot. So yep, I'm glad I got Pokemon to be at number 1, because it will always be my all-time favorite video game series of all time. And I cannot wait for Pokemon Winds and Waves when it comes out in 2027. Sad that we have to wait, but it'll definitely be worth playing at around 2027. And I'll do a little discussion video on that, along with a future Pokemon video that actually got planned for this month. So yep, hope you stay tuned for that. But either way, here is number 1, the Pokemon series. And that concludes my top 10 favorite video game series, plus my specific favorite video game of each series. What do you guys think? If you have any thoughts, you can leave that down below in the description to describe how you feel, or if you have any other favorite video games that you enjoy the most. And yeah, I wanted to try and bring up the topic for video games, because of well, it's not the one thing I don't really talk about a lot in this channel, but wanted to give it a try. And yep. So either way, thank you all so much for watching. And before I want to sign off, there are 2 things that I would like to discuss. I'm super excited for the Toy Story video game bundle, because of it looks like a very fun game series. And the other thing I almost forgot, would you guys like it if we got a video game based out of K-pop Demon Hunters? That would be a very cool video game to play. And if you have your thoughts on that, you can leave that down below in the comments what I meant to say. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel to get it up to 700 subscribers, as that is my goal for this channel before the end of the year. And don't forget to leave a like, share this with your friends, and comment down below what are your thoughts on this this channel and the what are your favorite video games, of course. And don't forget, I also got a some few other videos to discuss, like that will be coming up real soon. So until then, have a great day, everybody. Bye.
Hey, it's me, BDH, but I'm also known as the Brick Dragon Hero. That video was great, huh, Applex? You said it, BBJ. And if you want to see more of the Brick Dragon Hero videos, all you gotta do is subscribe. Follow Brick Dragon Hero on Instagram. Like for this video. Share this with your friends.
And comment down below what you think of that video.
And don't forget to check out the last video. So thanks for watching and have a brick day. Whoosh.